I think streaming is what I want to do right now. JT says, "Uh-oh, the old we need to talk." I don't know to talk about. I'm just I'm done looking at the net for tonight. I've interneted out. Mozart Beer Can 69. Goodness gracious, that's a good name. How are you, sir? He says masculinity. Now this I'll talk about because I find this fascinating. He says, "Look at me, I pep up when a subject comes up that I'm interested in. I'm like a little fucking puppet. It's just like, are you talking about something Jaffe likes? Gee. Otherwise, he's like, yes. That's how you know. Masculinity is a social construct left over from another time. I don't disagree. I get there are fundamental, valuable differences between men and women, and I also get that there is the concept that people will identify as masculine energy and feminine energy, and I think that's true. It doesn't have to be masculine for a man. It can be masculine energy for a woman, and vice versa. I get all of that. And I think all that's true, and it's healthy to express yourself in the way that you need to express yourself. But I agree with you. I think there's a lot of people trying to, all this stuff about cucks and betas and I'm the alpha male, and I think it's dangerous, and I think it's disrespectful, and I think it tries to put men in boxes, and I think that's just horrible for men. I think you should just chill, Jaffe. I am chilling, Double Cross. That's what this is. Desmond, you're supposed to be asleep. Well, I'm glad you're hanging out with us, Desmond. Thank you very much, sir. Jaffe is describing himself. Well, yeah, no, I am. I mean, I think I'm describing most people, most men, which is, unless you're just a mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging Neanderthal who hasn't evolved, but you happen to have been born in the last 40 years, you're a blend. You're a blend, and we should embrace that blend. I think there are things that are very masculine about me. There are things that are very alpha about me. But I don't want to have those things exist at the expense of not being able to say, I like a lot of soft things. I like pop music. I like Broadway musicals. I like deep philosophical discussions. I like babies and kittens, I think this idea of you're this or you're that, I think is exceptionally damaging. Exceptionally damaging. Findova, I'm the alpha of the chat just because I have the microphone. That's probably the main reason. Mozart, Jaffe, what's the thought process behind making God of War the most toxic, overly masculine character in the history of games? But that's the thing, Mozart. I mean, look, you live or die by the press, right? And for better or for worse, I'm the face of that early God of War stuff. I'm going to answer your question. It's a good question, one I've wanted to talk about. My phone's kind of blowing up. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I want to make sure nothing's going on. Hang on. That's actually a reminder that my oldest is getting her braces off tomorrow. That's so exciting. So anyway, what the fuck are you doing, Ace? Goodness, that dog's a nut. But a lot of people, it's like, I didn't work on God of War 3. I didn't work on God of War Ascension. So a lot of these things that people bring up about Kratos really are not things that I had anything to do with, right? I felt Kratos in those games went off the rails. He went too aggressive. He went too hyper over the top. That's not the ones that I worked on. But I do think there was an absolute intention to make him very much like the Hulk in the first game and a little bit of the second game, which Corey directed, but I was the creative director on and did some writing. I liked that he was a guy who was very much wasn't a traditional...
We're taking our ashes to the...
traditional hero, but I don't think he was toxic. He wasn't a toxic male or anything. Even the sex scene that people bring up, In God of War 1 had a point in the story, and I've told this story over and over, and the press never seems to want to listen. But all you have to do in God of War 1 is read the journal by the bedside where those two women are. And Kratos says, I'm losing myself to alcohol and meaningless sex with women who look like my dead wife. And you can see all the alcohol jugs rolling around the cabin of the floor. Now, I get that that may not be the world's most deep emotional storytelling, but it wasn't just like, look, we want to show boobies. I mean, that's fine. Nothing's wrong with that. But it was part of the story. So I don't think it was a toxic masculine game at all. I didn't work on God of War 3. I didn't work on that game. So, Chimera says, look, motherfucker, he doesn't say that, added that. That was my own little wrinkle. That was my own little riffing. He says, look, there's masculine and feminine personality traits. You have both, but most people bias towards traits associated with their sex. You can definitely have feminine men and vice versa, sure. I would say for me, there are qualities of me that are very masculine and qualities that are very feminine, and I love both of those parts of me. Why in the world, think about that, why in the world would you want to go through your life where there are parts of you, it's horrible. I can't fathom that. It's like I'm supposed to shove down inside of me the fact that there are things that society says, but that's a feminine trait. Fuck you. It's what I like. It's what I like, man. I'm not supposed to do what I like. I'm supposed to go to my grave. Let's say this is it. God, you guys, think about that. I'm supposed to go to my grave, and let's say this is it. Let's say we die, and it's dark. And not even dark. You're done. And I'm supposed to take a handful of things because society tells me that's not what you should be doing, and I should fucking just say, well, I got to make sure society's happy. Fuck society. I'm doing what the fuck I want to do with my limited time on this fucking planet, man. Fuck that shit, man. The rotating spike column sorcery warrior, no, it was nothing that clever. He wants to know if we made those in Hades to make it a sense of desperation. No, it was just badly tuned. We didn't mean them to be, we did not mean them to be hard like that. That was just, we didn't get a chance to tune them. Alex, hi David, wanted to pop in and say hi. I'm glad you did, Alex. Nice to see you. I wish you could stick around, but you know what? I'm here most days, Monday through Friday, so hopefully we'll see you again, Alex. I appreciate your time, man. Kratos was an alcoholic. He wasn't an alcoholic. He was just like, fuck it. I killed my fucking family. I can't handle this shit. I'm going to drink and I'm going to screw and I'm going to lose myself to these vices. And I get that. I get that people might look at that and think, oh, it's just the sex part, but we were trying to tell a story, man. This is not the thing. This is not the movie. This is the roadside attraction, the thing. Mozart, hey. Well, so Mozart saying, you're saying Kratos is not an example of toxic masculinity. A strong argument can be made that he is little more than a raging ball of testosterone, hate, rage, and basically everything negative about 90s comics, anti-heroes, and villains. Well, here's the reason I would say that that's not the case. I would say that he was very much inspired by Wolverine and the Hulk in terms of really playing up the hyper-aggression and masculine traits of the character. I did make sure to put things in God of War 1, and I directed and wrote, or mostly I co-wrote God of War 1, I did some writing on God of War 2, but speaking of God of War 1, I put things in there to make it clear he wasn't just that, and it seems, Mozart, like perhaps you're ignoring those things, right? So when I just told you about the sex in the game, and the alcoholism or the drinking in the game, and I just told you that if you read the journal by his bed, he makes it clear that he's doing those things because he literally says these women that I'm fucking on a nightly basis are picked because they look like my dead wife. He literally says I'm losing myself. Well, he says it in a more old Greek myth style, but the gist of what he says is I'm losing myself to alcohol. At the end of God of War 1, he sacrifices his own health, literally. He sacrifices his health bar and hugs his wife and child, who he's killed, and gives him their health. So I appreciate that you may not like the character of Kratos, and I appreciate that you may recognize a lot of the aspects of Kratos that are very surface and on the nose. But what I'm telling you, are you telling me those things are not in the game? Because those things are in the fucking game. So why are you choosing to ignore those? Nick Gers, how roll to 5. Nick Gers, I don't know. Thank you for the follow, sir. I can't say your name, but you get a purple monster hug. Thank you, sir. Yeah, why would you just? Because that reminds me a lot of what the press does. They just kind of gloss over those because the narrative of saying Kratos is this kind of character, that works for my narrative. But that wasn't what he was in God of War 1. Now, if you want to talk about God of War 3, then you should go talk to Stig, because I didn't write or direct that game. Or if you want to talk about God of War Ascension, you should go talk to Todd Pappy, because I didn't write and direct that game. But I'm happy to talk to you about God of War 1 and 2, because they're the ones I worked on. Chimera says men in general have the ability to rage like Kratos deep down. I think people do in general, not just men. But yeah, I could empathize with him in the games because of it, sure. So I'm waiting for you, Mozart, good sir. Please, okay, there you are. I get he tried to take care of his own, and his failure of being able to protect his family. What? It wasn't that it. What are you? I think you have a predisposition. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, sir. I don't know if you really want to have a conversation. Maybe we should jump on Discord if you have a microphone. Let's talk about it. I'd love to have a conversation with someone who feels this way, because you're telling me that your take on when he hugs his family and gives up his actual health bar to save his wife and child is because of his bruised ego? To me, it's because he loves them. It's because he knows underneath this rage and anger is still this woman and child that he cares about. Now, I appreciate maybe that I didn't express that perfectly or well enough for you to get, but where you get that he wants to save his family because his fragile ego, I have no idea why you would think that. Where would you get that from, man? Again, I didn't work on God of War 3, you guys. I didn't work on it. It's not that I'm not calling people out. I'm just like, what are you talking about? Findova says it's late when Chappie starts calling people out. Maybe. Scott Crawford, isn't all art open to interpretation? Well, it is, but this isn't even, I mean, whether it's art or not, this is literally something in the game. So sure, he can interpret that any way he wants to, but it's not like, it's not like a piece of art hanging in the Louvre that, that's abstract, that maybe it means this, maybe it means that. Nowhere in the story, it's clear he's hugging his family because he wants to save them. There's nothing in the story that says it's about his fragile ego. So I don't understand. I don't understand. I do understand. I think he has a predisposition. Now, my mind is open, Mozart. My mind is open, Mozart, Beer Can 69. My mind is open, and if you genuinely think that what I'm saying to you is not making any goddamn sense, let's have that conversation. But I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you, as the guy who was the primary writer on that game, I wanted him to be 90% a fucking rage monster. I wanted him to be every impulse that we have to shove down in our daily lives to be. I wanted players to be able to get in touch with that and express that. You're not wrong about that. But to say that that's all he was, or to say that there was toxic masculinity about that character, he was an asshole. But it had nothing to do with him being a masculine asshole. He wasn't anti-women in that game. I have not read Berserk. I know the guy has the giant sword, but well, Madav says maybe critics miss the journal entry. Then they shouldn't be professional critics. That's the thing that drives me batshit. If you're going to review a fucking game, then play the fucking game. Give me a break. Mozart says, I will concede there is a fleeting element of sacrifice in that scene, but you realize it's possible to be toxic masculine and have a strong bond with your wife and child. Sure, but where was he? What did he do in the game that you found so offensive? Game 1, Mozart. My main gripe is there wasn't more effort to use satire to subvert and poke fun at his more toxic and violent and macho personality. All right, well, that's not what I wanted to do. So I appreciate, Salvador said he hugged his family because of his alcohol. I like that might have been a way you would have taken it, Mozart. My problem with Indiana Jones and the Kingdom and the Crystal Skull was he was going after the Crystal Skull. But I didn't make the movie. But I hear you. I'm okay you didn't like it. But I don't think that means he was a toxic, masculine fella. He was kind of an asshole, but, you know, there you go. Double Cross says, if I ran a game dev studio, I'd give people 2 to 3 year break in between, give them time to refresh their creativity. Yeah, that'd be great. I agree, Scott Crawford. Cheers to that. He says journalists need to do their job well. Do I think Kratos forgives himself in the new game? I haven't played the new game, Metal Wave. Super Lucia, what's up, sir? Yeah, Findova says games media showed him a one-dimensional character, not the game itself. Well, yeah, Scott, you're right. Scott says it's bullshit. My problem with Crystal Skull is Indiana Jones escaped a nuke in a fridge. My whole fucking problem, I hated that movie. I'm so bummed at that fucking movie. And every time I see Chris Pratt on the screen, I'm like, could you please make this motherfucker Indiana Jones? Can we just fucking get it over with? I love Indiana Jones. Harrison Ford, it's been a great ride. You're 80. Hang up the fedora, sir. Let Chris Pratt step in. Please, for the love of God. Please. And Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, I did not like Mutt Williams in that movie. I got no issues with Shia LaBeouf as an actor. He's fine in a bunch of things, but would I direct a new God of War? I would want to do a 2.5D Castlevania God of War. That would be fun, but I don't think I'd want to make a traditional God of War, at least not at this point in my life. JTVJ says, stop recreating cherished memories. Well, yeah, you're talking about Indiana Jones. Just go back and watch the cherished memories. Yeah, but I think there's more you can do with that character. I don't think so, Sorcery Warrior. I don't agree with you. He says he wants Ben Affleck to play Indy. Look at this, fellas. Look at this. I'm sure someone's done a Photoshop of that. Hang on. Yeah, no. I think if you look, somebody did a Photoshop of Chris Pratt. I like this one. Look, it's what's the guy's name who plays Bean? What the fucking guy's name? I don't know his name. Atkinson or something? Yeah, that's great. Yeah, no. He's got 2 little puppy dog eyes going on. No, thank you. But Chris Pratt, come on, man. He's got the swagger. And fucking Star-Lord. Come on. I mean, what do I need to give you, fellas? Paging Spielberg. Come on. I mean, Spielberg's got to know. Of course he knows. Come on. You guys. That is our Indiana Jones, fellas. You know it. Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito to replace Harrison Ford. I'd watch that movie. I sure would. I know Shortcake Kamikaze says, you know what? Shortcake Kamikaze, you're a good troll, but you're not as good of a troll as okay. I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know you need to work a little harder, sir. I do remember God of War, the mobile game. Come on, you guys. Look, Chris Pratt is Indiana Jones, guys. Come on. Yeah, Mozart, he wasn't a nuanced character in the first God of War, but he was a cartoon in the other ones. Yeah, I agree. He wasn't meant to be a nuanced character in the first God of War. He was just who he was. I don't have a problem. Look, Mozart, listen, buddy, I don't have a problem if people look at Kratos and don't like him, or if people look at Kratos in God of War 1 and say, he's not my cup of tea, he's too simplistic, blah, blah, fine. I just have a problem when people put things on Kratos in God of War 1 that weren't there, and they can't really back it up with fact. That's the problem I have. But you know what? Get in line, buddy. Open your fucking mouth on the internet. Spew a bunch of shit you haven't researched. Act like you know what you're doing. Enjoy the likes and follows and favorites that come your way because a bunch of people who also haven't done the research know what the fuck they're doing and feel like you've done something with the world. You know what? I fucking made games. I fucking put myself out there and made shit and put it out in the goddamn universe. And I get that it may not be your cup of tea, sir, but go fucking make your own shit then. I mean, I don't mean to be an asshole to you, Mozart, but I'm just telling you, it's like it's America. You get to not like Kratos. You get to, and you even get to be wrong about your assessment of him as a character. But to come into my fucking stream, the guy who created the motherfucking character, or at least co-created him with a very talented group of individuals, and try to tell me what he was supposed to be, you know, you're just simply wrong. You're simply fucking wrong, man. I will do me. Thank you for letting me do me. It's not criticism, Mozart. Criticism, sir, would be, you know what, Jaffe, when he hugged his wife and family, that didn't work for me as well as you think it did, because what it was actually communicating to me was the man needing to give the woman power because the woman wasn't capable on her own of saving herself. I would say, you know what? That's a good point. I hadn't thought of that, and maybe if I were to do it again, I would figure out a way that the woman wouldn't have only been a victim in that way, but she would have been able to somehow work with Kratos to save their child. That would be criticism. But you coming in and telling me something that isn't the case, I bet if I were to ask you before this conversation, hey, what did you think of the journal by Kratos' bedside when he fucked those two chicks that you think are so clearly offensive? You'd go, well, I don't know what you're talking about. No, you don't know what I'm talking about because you didn't fucking read it. You didn't fucking read it. So, there you go, sir. That was fun. I love you, Mozart. I love you. You're my best friend. I never had a problem with Ben Katura. I had a problem with somebody's asking, did I patch up my relationship with Ben Katura? I always liked Ben. Ben's a great writer. I had a problem with Stephen Totillo, and Ben was the guy who reported on it. And Ben incorrectly, continuously gets called out as the one I had the issue with. It was never Ben. Ben's cool. I like Ben. And I did patch things up with Stephen as well, though. No, I had nothing to do with God of War Riku 2. I didn't say it was deep, Mozart. God, you're such a fucking child, sir. I'm not trying to convince you it was deep. I'm trying to convince you that it wasn't just fucky time. I'm trying to tell you that there was intention to reflect the inner workings of the character because he was basically fucking everything in sight and drinking all the alcohol in sight because he was in great pain and he was using those vices. Is that deep? No. Do I need an Oscar for it? No. But I'm just saying that a lot of people, yourself included, act like you said he's the worst that 90s comic book characters have to offer, which I assume, I'm sure I'm right in assuming this, that it's shoot everything that moves and fuck everything that's got tits. That's what you're talking about. You're talking about Rob Liefeld, Image Comics, and you're talking about that. And what I'm telling you is, I'm not trying to get you to be impressed by how deep my writing was. I'm trying to get you to understand that you come in here and you want to say one thing, but you don't really want to use the facts that are available to you to have the debate with me. So, you know, he doesn't get to me. What are they? You're not getting to me. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna play we're gonna do this, folks. Scott's got me thinking about this. This is the greatest scene of all time. Hang on. This is the greatest scene of all time. Where is it? Tell me they didn't take this off the internet. It's the best. It's the best. Yeah, you guys, watch this. Watch this. Okay, I'll show you. God damn this. Grrr! Copy.
We're taking our...
Where is it? Oh, hang on.
Let's go, Anderson's a back.
Stop it for a second. I've been waiting to talk to this prick for a long time. I am not cloying. I am not needy. I don't care what you think. You're not getting to me. I'm not needy. Chocolate lava cake is not just undercooked chocolate cake. That's not what makes the center molten. You take a frozen cylinder of ganache and you set it in the ramekin so that as the outside cooks fully, the inside becomes molten.
Okay.
It's fucking molten, see? It's fucking molten, you asshole. And you don't do anything. What do? You sit and you eat and you vomit those words back to make people laugh. You know how hard I work for this shit? Do you know how my whole staff works? What sacrifices I make to make you happy, and then you just smugly just fucking shit on my shit?
Okay.
It hurts.
Yes.
It fucking hurts when you write that shit. It hurt you.
It does. It does.
He thought you were gonna close his fucking restaurant down. You asshole. And what do? You just write shit you just make shit up. My shit was molten. It's fucking molten. Asshole. You're not getting to me.
What? I'll tell you what. That is about the truest thing I can show you when it comes to individuals like Mozart or individuals who give us a 4 out of 10 on IGN. End of the day, yeah, we do. We work really fucking hard, and they have a fucking right. They have a fucking right to their opinion. But I am so goddamn tired of people telling me on the internet that I don't have a right to push back. Fuck you. Fuck them. Fuck Mozart. Okay? Not the actual Mozart. He was a genius. I love him. And I don't even have a problem with you, actually, Mozart Beer Can. I'm sure you're a nice fella. But when you come in here and write, so why not make a more complicated and interesting character? Fuck you. Don't tell me there's no need to get aggressive. There is a need to get aggressive. He says, please calm down. There's no need to get aggressive. It's starting to appear that maybe you have some fragile ego problems. Fuck yourself, dude. I put my heart and soul into my work, and so do the people that I fucking work with. Okay? Ego. What have you ever done, motherfucker? When you put something out there, when you lay it on the line, and you put your passion and your ideas out there, you asshole. You are an asshole, sir. Because you know what? Of course my ego gets hurt because of it. What do you want? Do you want these fucking creators who make these games that you say you love, that work in this art form that you fucking claim you love? What do you want? You either want us to be passionate and driven and love what we do, and if we're going to be those people, motherfucker, it means that it's going to hurt, that we're going to bleed when you people shit on our shit, okay? That's what it fucking means. Or you want us to not give a fuck, so when you guys shit on our shit, we're like, fuck it, I don't care. At least I don't have a fragile ego. Man, go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of my stream, sir. Either that or get on the mic and let's have a real conversation. Fucking motherfucker. Jesus. Jesus. Anyway, I don't really dislike you. I'm not even angry. But Findova says I'm angry because I care. It's not that I'm angry. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because you think you can come in here and tell me, why didn't I just make it more complicated? Oh, I don't know, because I was inventing a goddamn game from the ground up, and a universe, and a play style, and a story, and building a team that had never made the goddamn game before, and nothing existed other than Connecticut before we started, so excuse me that I didn't have time to also co-write War and Peace while we were also fucking making all those other things. You didn't have to play it, sir. You didn't have to fucking play it. I'm sorry it wasn't for you. There are other things that you can go fucking play, though. Enjoy them. That was fun. That was fun. I don't know for sure if that's the case, says Mozart. Just an observation. Okay, what's up? You take a character like Jaime Lannister, and I haven't watched Game of Thrones, so I don't really know. They grow and react to complicated situations. Joel from The Last of Us, another example. Technically a bad person, but look at that effort they went into creating the illusion of him being sympathetic. I don't care. I don't care. Do you understand? I made the game I wanted to make. You don't like it. That's fine. I don't want to make the new God of War. I didn't want to make Kratos like Corey made Kratos in the new God of War. It doesn't mean it's bad. People love it. It's probably going to get Game of the Year. People love it. You know what? People loved God of War when it came out. We made it over, 15 years ago. People got Game of the Year all over the place. Sorry you didn't like it. Sorry. What do you want from me, sir? Goodness gracious. Madav, I ain't fighting with mommy. That ain't mommy. Gene says, I let the Spartan out. That's right. That's right. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't care if it can be done. Mozart, this is what Mozart's saying. He says it can be done. And it would have been more interesting to you. It would have been more interesting to see a similar creative decision regarding developing Kratos. And how delightfully dismissive, sir. I get it. It was a different time or whatever. Whatever. What's the whatever mean? Come on, man. Give me a break. Give me a break. Yeah, I didn't want to make Kratos that way. I wanted to make him like I made him. The only... Ace is getting worried. Ace is fine. Ace is, Ooh, Phillips. Yeah, that's right, Scott. Look, I was happy with Kratos the way he was. I stand happily by Kratos. I don't give a fuck. Oh, shut up, Mozart. Shut up, dude. Honestly, my anger is making you uncomfortable, and I'm not feeling very safe. But to be fair, I'm not used to being around such anger and angst. So maybe it's a personal... What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, you passive-aggressive nutbag, sir? You should feel safe. Do you know why you should feel safe, Mozart? Because you're talking to a bunch of zeros and ones on a screen. Even if you were talking to me in person, you would be safe. You know why? Because I'm not a violent guy. I would never physically hurt anybody unless they hurt me first. So let's be clear, sir. You're totally safe. But if you're honestly having this kind of problem with the anger, just the anger by itself, it's probably not the stream for you. And it's super fucking easy to not be on this stream, Mozart. It's insanely easy, sir. There's so many other people on Twitch, let alone the internet, that you could be watching. You can do it. It's easy. Hey, okay, shut up. Don't say that. No one's coming to get... Come on, man. If Mozart's not fucking around and you're actually scared, let me speak to you human to human, sir. As a person, I'm not even joking. It sounds crazy. As a person, I love you. I love humanity. I would defend your right to have an opinion that I disagree with. Okay? I appreciate that you are clearly passionate about games. You have your opinion. I don't like the way you express it. I don't think you're right. But that's okay. But you're welcome in this stream, sir. But don't think you're going to get to come in here and drop all kinds of shit and not have me respond to it, because I will. But you're totally safe, and you're totally welcome. But don't act as if... Mozart, shut up. I can see the rage in my eyes while I'm trying to comfort you. Dude, what is the matter with you? Then go away, man. Go away. You're fucking with me, sir. You're fucking with me. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Exactly. Goodness gracious. All right, well, then let's keep talking, but Mozart, why don't you just not say anything anymore? Or not say anything about God of War? You see the rage in my eyes? Sir, are you out of your mind? My camera doesn't have the resolution to show you the rage in my eyes. Low effort troll. Arson Daily, what's up, man? Yeah, or get on the Discord. We'll talk. Absolutely. Yeah, that's fun, though. It's fun to debate. It's fun. Oh, shut up, Mozart. Well, now I can tell he's trolling me, for sure. I'm not going to ban him, though. Fuck it. He's not bothering me. I mean, you're not getting to me. It's fun to have a conversation with him. I like debate. I was showing my kids this debate movie called Candy Jar on Netflix. We started watching it last night. It was kind of cool. I hope my kids get into debate in high school. I think that'd be fun. Debate's fun. Some people are genuinely uncomfortable with debate. It's weird. I think it's so much fun.